All right, good afternoon. Welcome back here to Trader Minute. Great to have you aboard. It's Fed Day, and we have the Fed chairman speaking right now, Jerome Powell, and not really saying anything too significant. We had a little bit of change in the Fed language when it comes to the statement that they released, and it created a little bit of bounce higher here in bonds in the TLT. If we come in and just look at the TLT, you say it was up this morning, right? And we're just only talking about a small move up since then. And I know some of the headlines are talking about a big move up in bonds, since the Fed, but that's not what happened. They got their timelines messed up. It's bonds were up early this morning, and basically the market is getting everything that they expected from the Fed, and not a whole lot of stuff that isn't expected from the Fed. And you have Powell. It is speaking, and I listened to a little bit of it before I got on video here. It was a little more just confident than what we have seen from him. A little less defensive, a little more confident, and a little more just, hey, you know what? We got this. And that could reverberate through the markets as we go forward. And we'll see. Obviously, President Trump is going to have some comments to come on the Fed here, as he always does. But, I haven't seen any here. Just yet. So some small language changes that, people fuss over, but, no real change in terms of what the market's been looking at, what the market expects, and what is going on in the market. Now, you bear with me. I am running the challenge scan right now, so bear with me. I don't have the signals here just yet. As soon as we have those, I'll go take a look at them. But let's go update our positions. We have Netflix, which is 13.50, and we have Micron, which is $1.45. So 13.50 and 145. All right, there we go. So Micron, down a little bit from where it was this morning. Netflix up just a tad from where it was this morning. We do have Micron. It's starting to get close to its exit level, about 1% away here. Should it push on down there? We'll look to take that off. Be nice to see it rally here into the close and end down maybe 40, 50 cents and then break above today's highs early tomorrow morning. But we'll see. Either way, whatever it does, we'll carry onward. And then Netflix, its profit levels 303. Stock's still about $13 away. Is nice. We've built a little bit of delta into the position here, so the next move should be nice for the options. Should we get that continuation and follow through that the algorithm suggests that we should. So we'll kind of see how that plays on out here. All right. Now the scan is still running, but let me show you the just the crossovers here that we have out there today. We have ConocoPhillips, CSX, Chevron, Coles, and Schlumberger. You'll notice 3 energy names on here. And oil's down a bit today. Take a look at ConocoPhillips. This kind of flip-flop there. Chevron here with a big drop. We have Schlumberger on this list with a big drop here today. Halliburton dropping sharply today as well, with oil down 1% and, energy, here's the XLE. And so a pretty sharp, substantial drop within the group in the type that, we tend to see some follow through to the downside on. But anyway, those are the ones that are showing up on the bearish crossover side. On the bullish crossover side, let me pull it up here. Amazon, J&J, Twilio, Verizon. J&J, Twilio, Verizon were all on there this morning. And Twilio had a chance to trigger, so we'll see. That's a pretty chart here for Twilio. That's a very pretty chart. And then you have Amazon, which has an upside crossover. So after all that with the earnings, and they lost the contract out to, Microsoft and everything else, Amazon has held up phenomenally well, and it deserves to. It deserves to after the earnings. And, so far, so good. We'll see here in just a moment if we actually have a challenge trigger or not. So bear with me. Alrighty. No new challenge trigger here on the board. Amazon, the consolidation risk component on it is just a little bit high. It's not that high. In fact, I think it's a very interesting setup if you just want to run it with the ATR method. I think it would be suitable there for it, but not triggering here today for the challenge. Nor is Twilio. Twilio's consolidation risk is a little bit higher here than Amazon, but it's still a very nice chart here on it. It is coming off of a new low, right? So we do have lower highs, lower lows, which most challenge trades are not going to trigger to the upside in that type of scenario or that type of situation. But anyway, no new triggers here this afternoon. So we'll run with Netflix and with Micron here into the close, and see what tomorrow brings as far as time stops coming into play. We do have time stops coming into play for both of these here tomorrow. So we'll see where they're at and how they're trading here. I'd love to see a nice jump in Micron, get us into the green so we can keep holding it. And Netflix, give us a follow through, let us hit our profit level, and I'll be happy, right? I'll be a little more enthused there with it. All right. So bottom line, gonna hold both. As far as the Fed goes, it's just one where this is one of the lightest Fed reactions that we have seen. There was almost more of a reaction to Chile, canceling the economic summit here this morning than there has been to the Fed. On the initial reaction, we are now breaking into new short-term highs here. If you want to short the market, right? You think it's going to fall apart, right here. These lows right here are the lows to target. Those break, you short them. And until then, it's just very dangerous. You want to get long. Here's your stopping point, and you can kind of run with that, with that level here. Okay, looks like Micron rallying a little bit. Netflix rallying a little bit. So, nice to see. We'll see how those continue on here into the close. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for being with us here at Trader Minute. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Halloween. Take care.